time it's on everything. The life you choosing, I'm cheddering. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put a hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual vein where my strength get pumped from. So let's go ride to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hiding out. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want out of high. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is asking, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game, so speed like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself, I don't gang bang. When you wanna get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that, I would chest it.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making it up, but I won't lose ground. 'Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's up, BFAM1096.com? What's up, Facebook? How y'all doing? YouTube or wherever you are tuning in to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe that you have a voice and it needs to be heard. If you haven't already, please head over to my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button. Be sure to check out shows you may not have seen, you may have missed. Also, check out my Tea Time with Tara show, where I interview guests and ask them what they need on their journey towards stalking their destiny. Now, that season 1 and season 2 is available right now to be watched, and you can chime in and see what those guests had to say that they needed. Also, subscribe, tell somebody about it. We're here every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me at Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook at Tara M. Williams. That's Tarah. You can follow me on TikTok at Stalk Your Destiny, or you can follow me on Instagram at Stalk Your Destiny Official. Again, this is Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. Oh, and I am tired. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get right into it, y'all. And I think I skipped something, but that's okay. That's what happens when you try to freestyle your own intro. So today I want to shout out my hometown, St. Louis, Missouri, and shout out everybody that was affected by the tornado recently that came through the town. It looks like total devastation in parts of the city. So I want to shout out you guys who are working through this. I want to shout out the community for showing up and showing out. I saw so many posts. I saw so many photos and so many different areas of resources available for those people. Also, shout out to those of you in other places as well recently where there have been tornadoes. If you're in a place where there are tornado warnings or natural disaster warnings, please take heed. Be safe first. Please don't try to go out and record these things because that can be deadly and that can prove to be deadly. So please be safe first. As you all are traveling or just going about your life. Also, just for this shout out moment, don't take life for granted or the things that you have for granted, because as we saw this weekend in St. Louis and in other places now as well, you can have your life together you can feel stable and all of that can be taken away in a matter of moments. People can be taken away in a matter of moments, and your home, your structure, the thing that you have that offers your security and safety can be removed in an instant. Okay, so for this shout out, just be mindful to be humble, be grateful, and just count everything joy that you do have. Count everything joy that you do have. We have life. And so I want to shout you all out for being here. We're alive. We're well. We're capable. We're able. We can be thriving if we choose to. If we choose to look at life in that way. So welcome to the show. Let's go straight into our food for thought quote for the week. And I hope you guys are all right too. Our food for thought quote of the week says, to get off the block in our own lives, we first need to get into a winning position. Okay. To get off the block in our own lives, we first need to get into a winning position. Okay. And so you have to determine, like, first of all, what am I going after in the first place? What is winning for me? You know, like when people say, like, what does success look like for you? What success looks like for you will not be what it looks like for somebody else. Okay. What stability looks like for you is not going to be the same thing. So let's squash the comparisons. Let's not look to the left or the right. Let's just look within and decide or determine what makes me feel like a winner. What makes me feel like I've won? And if you're anything like me, you might be labeled as an overachiever. And even in that, like being an overachiever just means we have a different set of goals. Like some people may call us an overachiever because their goals aren't as far-fetched as ours. Their dreams aren't as big as ours. Some people only dream or wish for what's tangible to them, what they know they can have. And that's okay. For today, I want you to define winning. What is winning for you? I want you to be able to define that for yourself and then determine, okay, to get off the block, right? And it's funny to get off the block. Get out these streets, okay, y'all? To get off the block in our own lives, we need to get into a winning position. So it's like, what will help you win? Where do you need to be for when that door opens, you can walk right into it? Okay. And so this is about preparation. Are you prepared to win? Right? Are you prepared to move forward? Are you prepared to say yes to that opportunity that you just wish was yours, that you hate so and so for, you're envious about? What happens when opportunity knocks at your door? Have you done what needs to be done in order to take hold of those things? If you want a promotion at work, if you want a brand new car, if you know, whatever it is, whatever it is, whatever area you want, you are determined to win at in life. And y'all, by win, I don't mean by cheating either. Okay. I mean by really winning, working towards something on your own. Okay. Um, you've got to get into position to be able to obtain that. And so what does that look like for you? Okay. To get off of the block in your own life, you've got to get into a winning position. Otherwise, you just stay there. Y'all know people that just talk about what they're going to do. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you're like, okay, sis, bro, like, when are you going to start? You know, and they look at you dumbfounded, and they may have more talking to do. They may say, oh, you know, you're asking me this, but you know, it's coming, or making things up. Okay. Stay away from those type of people, or encourage them to move forward. Okay. Encourage them to move forward. Like, okay, well, where can I support you in this? What do you need help with to get off of this block and in position for what you actually want to take hold of? But the people that just talk a good game, you might need to exit stage left, because they're putting on a show, and I assure you, you don't want to be a part of their production. Okay. So you might want to exit that with them. Okay. So what does that look like for you? I think take this through your week with you. To get off the block in my own life, I need to get into a winning position. What does winning look like for me? What position do I need to be in order to win? How can I prepare today to win tomorrow? How can I prepare today to win tomorrow? Dr. Eric Thomas, #1 motivational speaker in the world, okay? He I think he made a statement, or he made an impression on me to where I started thinking every day, what is one money move I'm going to make today? Okay? So you can think about that for your own destiny. What's one power move or power play I'm going to make today to get me off of this block that I'm on and into my winning position? Now, yes, there's a transition that has to take place in that, but What is one thing I can do today to change my tomorrow? That's it. It just takes a pivot, a pivot, a pivot. Okay. One thing a day. If that's your minimum or that's your max, that's, hey, you did something each day. Guess what that's going to do? It's going to lead you to where you're going. So to get off the block in your own lives, to get off the block in our own lives, we first need to get into a winning position. That is our food for thought quote for the week. Please take that with you, consider it, talk about it with whomever you wish to talk about it with, and encourage them as well. And hopefully that encouraged you. So, you guys, we are in my Earthly Branches, a 12-book devotional series. We are in the book titled Order. Last week I didn't have the book when I was teaching. I had the wrong book. So we are in the book Order. We are at, I believe we're at week 3 in this book. Okay. Now these are interactive devotionals. So they're all 30-day devotionals. That's why it's 12 of them. 8 of the 12 are currently published. The last 4 will be out sooner than later because we got to get to it, right? So the last 4 will be out sometime this year, pretty soon, actually. And so if you haven't already, you can get those from Amazon.com if you look up Tara M. Williams, or you can get them from my website, stalkyourdestiny.com/shop. Okay. Today we're at week 3 of this, and the scripture here is Romans 14. Okay. I might skip around here. I am going to skip around here. Okay. It says, except the one whose faith is weak without quarreling over disputable matters. One person's faith allows them to eat anything, but another whose faith is weak eats only vegetables. The one who eats everything must not treat with contempt the one who does not. And the one who does not eat everything must not judge the one who does. Woo, for God has accepted them. Y'all, we've been missing this part in our treatment of each other, haven't we? Okay, verse 4 says, who are you to judge someone else's servant? To their own master, servants stand or fall, and they will stand, for the Lord is able to make them stand. Okay. The next portion here, I might end up reading this whole thing. Let's see. We'll see how it goes. Verse 5 says, one person considers one day more sacred than another. Another considers every day alike. Each of them should be fully convinced in their own mind, y'all. This says each of them should be fully convinced in their own mind. If you consider something sacred and somebody else doesn't, if you love the holidays and somebody else doesn't, you should be fully convinced in your own mind. That's not your business. That I'm gonna just put that out there. It's not your business if somebody else considers the day that you consider sacred. That's not your business. Okay. Whoever regards one day as special does so to the Lord. Whoever eats meat does so to the Lord, for they give thanks to God. And whoever abstains does so to the Lord and gives thanks to God. For none of us lives for ourselves alone, and none of us dies for ourselves alone. If we live for the Lord. And if we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. For this very reason, Christ died and returned to life so that he might be the Lord of both the dead and the living. Okay. So this goes on to say, because clearly I got an attitude a little bit. You then, why do you judge your brother or sister? Or why do you treat them with contempt? For we will all stand before God's judgment seat. It is written, as surely as I live, says the Lord, every knee will bow before me. Every tongue will acknowledge God. So then each of us will give an account of ourselves to God. Okay. Yeah, I'm just reading the word. It's Romans 14. This ain't Tara's point of view. I'm interjecting my opinion, but the verses are the verses. Okay. Romans 14. And so now verse 13 says, therefore, let us stop passing judgment on one another. Instead, make up in your mind to put any stumbling block or obstacle in the way of a brother or sister. Not to put it, okay? Not to put any stumbling block or obstacle in the way of a brother or sister. I am convinced being fully persuaded in the Lord Jesus that nothing is unclean in itself. But if anyone regards something as unclean, then for that person, it is unclean. Okay? So stop arguing with each other about what you think about what they think. Stop doing that. If your brother or sister is distressed because of what you eat, you are no longer acting in love. Do not by your eating destroy someone for whom Christ died. Therefore, do not let what you know is good be spoken of as evil. For the kingdom of God is not a matter of eating and drinking, but of righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Spirit. Because anyone who serves Christ in this way is pleasing to God and receives human approval. Verse 19 says, let us therefore make every effort to do what leads to peace and to mutual edification. Do not destroy the work of God for the sake of food. All food is clean, but it is wrong for a person to eat anything that causes someone else to stumble. It is better not to eat meat or drink wine or to do anything else that will cause your brother or sister to fall. So whatever you believe about these things, keep between yourself and God. Woo. Okay, y'all. We all talk too much. But whatever you believe about these things, keep between yourself and God. Blessed is the one who does not condemn himself by what he approves. But whoever has doubts is condemned if they eat, because their eating is not from faith. And everything that does not come from faith is sin. That was Romans 14, y'all. Okay. And so point 1 here says, it's amazing that we think we have an upper hand due to our measure of faith. Yet we learn that we are not the judger. We have no rights to condemn, only accept. The judge is God. And the daily focus here says, do not look down on someone because you disagree with them or their choices. The question for the day here says, are you allowing food to separate you from others? And I've seen so many people do that before. I think now it's a little bit better. But are you allowing food to separate you from others? Point 2 here says, do everything as unto the Lord. Stop judging others for making different days sacred. Blessing God with our daily walk is not about pleasing each other. Christ died that we may live and live for him. The daily focus here says, focus on Christ, not your brother or sister. Okay. And then the question for the day here says, are you ready to give an account for yourself? Are you ready? I don't know. Are you? I don't know if y'all ready or not. Point number 3 says, in thought, we create stumbling blocks. In thought, y'all, you should be thinking about what you're thinking about. I'm going to say that again. We should always be thinking about what we're thinking about, because some thoughts need to be cast out. We have to hear our thoughts, listen to our thoughts. This is why you can't really be clouded in what's going on internally. Okay, so you've got to be able to cast out those things that need to be cast out of your mind, and be able to correct those things that you need to deal with. Okay, so in thought, we create stumbling blocks. In our words, we create stumbling blocks. Erase those things that cause you to wish negative of or toward your neighbor. Even your enemy is not there for you to judge or cause to stumble. Even your enemy is not there for you to judge or cause to stumble, okay? So the daily focus here says, watch the thoughts you keep and words you speak towards others. And I don't know if y'all human like I am, because this is not a robot. I am a real human being, okay? And I think we all just have that one person that gets on our damn nerves. That one person, right? And so you got to say something, or you got to have a conversation with God like, bruh, what is this? Why they here? What they here for? Who they here for? Okay? So we got to be mindful to watch the thoughts that we keep and the thoughts that and the words that we speak towards others. Okay? And I know I'm not the only one that can identify that I can do better with that. Even if it was just one person that comes to mind, we can do better with that. Okay? We should always seek to walk in love. I will say that. Question for the day here is, who do you need to stop passing judgment on? Like, who's the thorn in your side that you hate, but you need to stop hating them? Who is that? Okay. Who do you need to stop passing judgment on? And let's see. Point number 4. I usually don't go over all the points, but I guess we're going to do it today. Okay. Point number 4 says, most times we judge things because we have not formed an opinion for ourselves. Be mindful of what you think about a thing and how you regard it. Be sure to be mindful of others as well. Showing love means to regard them, not disregard knowingly. Okay? So the daily focus here says, do not allow what you consider good to be spoken of as evil. Because sometimes we do fucked up things, y'all. Just let's be clear. Sometimes we have bad attitudes and bad thoughts and bad words towards things that we hate or despise or that gets on our nerves. Okay. And then sometimes we think we have good reason for it. Okay. That's the thing. We have good reason for it. Like, I am entitled to feel this way. I have a right to feel this way. Right. And so in that, okay, in our entitlement, in our bullshit, in all of that, the daily focus here for point 4 says, do not allow what you consider good to be spoken of as evil. Meaning, for me, that means watch your mouth, watch your thoughts, because also with your thoughts, where your mind goes, your body follows. So if you lack mental control and capacity, you lack physical control and capacity as well. So you begin to act out. You begin to act evil. Okay. If you're doing evil shit, you're going to follow what you're saying. If you're entertaining evil thoughts and saying it out of your mouth, listen, you're going to end up following this. You got to have more self-control here. Okay. The question here says, how can you be more mindful of others? And it can be hard, y'all. It can be hard because you might seek or strive to do good and be good. And you might be like, fuck them. In reality, because let's be clear, y'all, this radio show is not censored. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Let's talk about some real things as it comes to applying the Bible into our lives. Okay. You could have a fucked up mindset towards somebody. You could just not like them and not care at all. Okay. But consider, how can I be more mindful of them? Consider that you have no idea what's going on in their life. Consider you have no idea why they act the way they do, look the way they do, or whatever, think the way they think towards you. Consider for one moment that maybe God loves them too, though. In all of their fucked upness, maybe God cares about them too. So just be more mindful in your rights in your walk. Be more thoughtful for your own self. Also, guys, nothing hurts us by having more peace internally. Nothing hurts you by having more peace mentally, emotionally, in your actions. That does not hurt you. So strive to have more peace of mind in and of yourself. Okay. Even when people on the outside want to try to throw darts at you or do whatever. Excuse me, I don't know if you know like I know, but no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So you should stand in a position of peace. Okay. And allow that peace that's on the inside show up on the outside. Okay. Be mindful of others. That doesn't mean be a punching bag for them either, though. That doesn't mean to be a welcome mat that they can walk all over either. I'm not telling you to lay down. I'm telling you to just be more considerate and open-minded towards them. Okay. Number 0.5 here says, make every effort to do what leads to peace. I'm right on track with what God spoke already. Okay. Make every effort to do what leads to peace. Do not destroy the work of God or cause someone else to stumble. Whatever you believe, keep it between yourself and God. Do not condemn by what you approve. The daily focus here says, you are not God. And the question for the day here says, who do you need to seek forgiveness from? I'm going to leave y'all with that one. Who do you need to seek forgiveness from? Because I don't know, because if you know that you wronged somebody, then yes, seek forgiveness from them. And you can seek forgiveness from them in your own heart. Okay. So, and I guess if like maybe it's something you haven't made peace with, it's something that's probably bothering you. Um, as well. I don't know what it feels like somebody is dealing with it right now. So if you're dealing with wishing that someone did forgive you, hold on, let me find it real quick again. Who do you need to seek forgiveness from? If you are somebody who's listening to this show right now and you are hoping and wishing that somebody would forgive you because you are um genuinely sorry for what you've done or how your decisions may have affected them, or you want to make amends with them, um, I would say this is your time to just try. This is your time to simply apologize and ask for forgiveness. Please know, you guys, as well, you can ask for forgiveness from the Lord. And if you ask for forgiveness from the people or person that you may have hurt in any type of way, be mindful that asking is enough. Whether they decide to forgive you or not is not on you. Whether they decide to forgive you or not is on them. That's up to them to repair what's been broken in their own um inside of their own hearts and minds. But it's up to you to offer an apology and be authentic with it, and ask for forgiveness. Okay. So that was our devotional today from My Earthly Branches, the 12-book devotional series. And this one is the book titled Order. We've gone over all the others. And so this is where we are right now. We have one more week in this book, which means, y'all, I got to write some more books, okay? I got to write some more books so we can get it out. We can get this show going. All right. So this is the point of the show where if you were a sponsor, I would right now be plugging in your commercial. We would love to have you be a sponsor. But since you're not, I want to shout out Stalk Your Destiny. So right now with Stalk Your Destiny, May 29th, you can sign up for, for May 29th, you can sign up for ABC's to Stalk Your Destiny classes online. There are 2 separate classes that day. Thursday, May 29th, there's a class at noon Eastern Standard Time, and there's a class at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the first one goes over success, trust, and understanding. The second class goes over looking within, the fact that you matter, making wise choices, and then keeping your zeal about yourself. Okay. And so in these classes, you leave with a clear way forward in terms of what do you think about success? Where are you having trouble with trusting? Are you listening enough to understand? That's the first class, right? And whatever exercises come with that so that you can go forward in stalking your destiny. The last portion of the classes, I'm not sure what we cover for that. I know there's an activity that goes with that as well. And so these classes are live with me on Thursday, the 29th. Those are the 2 classes that are live with me. You can take one class or you can take both classes. You can register for those classes or other classes as well. We have classes every Thursday, typically the first, second, third, and fourth Thursday of the month. Typically, we have 2 classes available each Thursday. And so you can see which one you want to take, or you can take all 8 of them for the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny. Again, the goal is for you to have clarity, have a way forward, overcome obstacles, okay, and walk away with a plan. Walk away with a plan of action for you. So head over to www.stan, that's STAN.store, STORE/stalk your destiny. That's STALK, your destiny. That's www.stan.stock. I'm sorry, www.stan.store/stalk your destiny. And you can register for my next 2 classes on Thursday, May 29th at noon and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss those classes if you're trying to get from point A to B in your life. If you're trying to if you're looking for a change, if you feel like you're on that block, you want to get off of it into your winning position, these classes are for you. If you know somebody else who may be needing to understand that everything they want to become, they already are, and they just need a way forward, they might just need organization or something like that, you will be live with me in these classes. And so tell someone else that may need it or sign up for yourself. You can do 2 for 1 if you get in on those specials, okay? So check it out at www.stan.store/stalk your destiny and register for the ABCs to Stalk Your Destiny classes May 29th, noon and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Otherwise, consider this portion of the show a portion that you can sponsor and add for your business, your product, your service, or whatever you want to shout out during this space in the show. All right. So now we're going to move on to our business topic of the week. Thank you for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're always here Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Our business topic of the week today is it's only a season. Hold on. Okay. It's only a season. Hold on. And I don't know about you, but our seasons in life, they change. They constantly change. However, some seasons feel like forever. Okay. Some seasons feel like they are just taking so long. It's like, God, where are you? It's like I'm wavering in my faith because I'm holding on to faith and I'm humiliated and I'm looking stupid and I'm looking foolish and everyone around me is thriving and succeeding. And here I am struggling, stuck in a twilight zone. Anybody out here feel like you stuck in a twilight zone? Like every day you wake up is Groundhog's Day? Anybody out here feeling like that? Okay. So when I say it's only a season, hold on. This kind of goes back to the business topic because the quote for the week, because the quote for the week is saying to get off that block, right? Maybe the block that you're on that feels like the twilight zone for you. You literally wake up and you're like, I'm sick of fucking being here. Okay. I'm sick of being at this job. I'm sick of these kids. I'm sick of, working for this company. I'm sick of not working for myself. I'm sick of settling in my own life and my relationships. Are you tired? Do you feel like you're stuck there? Okay. What can you do to get unstuck? Something that you can do to get unstuck, right? Because it's only a season. Me titling this, it's only a season. Hold on. It's not to say sit on your ass. Okay. I'm definitely not saying sit on your behind. I'm not saying do nothing. I'm saying hold on for dear life. Hold on like you're gonna live. Hold on like you're gonna win. Hold on like it's just around the corner. I'm saying don't give up. When you're in this twilight zone, okay, snap out of it. How do I do that though, Tara? Like you're saying snap out of it and that sounds good, but how do I do that? I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Sometimes you have to literally shake yourself loose. And in order to do that, you have to treat yourself well. Because being stuck in a twilight zone of life, it becomes mundane. It's very tiresome that you lose hope, okay? Which leads to you losing faith. Okay? So, you have to take care of you. If that means taking a day and loving on you, if that means so on TikTok, I started this challenge for myself. And I'm not even publicizing it as, oh, get on board with this challenge. But I started a challenge for myself on TikTok. And with that, it's just a 10-minute, 21-day challenge. You know why? Because I don't want to live life being mundane. I don't want to live in a twilight zone. So 10 minutes a day for 21 days. Shake yourself loose. Okay? Take 10 today. What did I do today? Today, I ordered a drink from Starbucks. Okay? I ordered a chai tea latte and I decided to try something new. Okay? I decided to add cold lavender foam in my drink, in my iced chai tea latte. Okay? And guess what I did? I savored it. for 10 minutes. You know why? Because I don't want to be stuck in the twilight zone of, oh, I don't have enough, or woe is me, or oh, I'm just going to drink this ice water and be happy, or oh, I'm just going to do what I do every day and make a hot cup of tea. No, stop doing that shit. We do it to ourselves. Okay? Life happens, and then we begin these cycles and we do it to ourselves. We go in autopilot. Okay? I drink black tea nearly every freaking day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I love black tea. I also love water. So I can drink water all day, but it's boring. It's boring. Do something for you. Take 10 minutes a day. If you're stuck in a twilight zone and you're in this season and you're like, when will it end? Take 10 minutes every day and do something for you. If you need ideas about what to do, or you just need some encouragement along the way with that, go to my TikTok channel, Stalk Your Destiny. Go watch those videos, one of them a day. Watch one a day and consider it for yourself. You don't have to stay stuck in a twilight zone. You can wake yourself up. You can literally run in place for, I wouldn't say do it for 10 minutes, but but if you want to, do a slow jog for 10 minutes. It depends on your endurance and your body physical capacity, okay? But 10 minutes a day, do something for you. Even if that 10 minutes a day is breathing, if that 10 minutes a day is pure laughter with comedy, if that 10 minutes a day is taking an extra 10 minutes to get yourself together, if that 10 minutes a day is shutting off the world, okay? If it's shutting off the world and breathing deeply, okay? You deserve that. Get stuck. Don't get stuck in the twilight zone, okay? And so, what about if you are trying and repeatedly failing? Okay? Trying and repeatedly failing. Y'all, I told y'all I've been in business for 10 years and I have not reached a position where I felt like, okay, oh my gosh, I finally made it. I have not reached a position where I feel like it has been what I can call success in the way I hope to desire it. I hope to see it. I hope to experience it, right? So trying and failing, I'm sorry, trying and failing repeatedly, after 10 years in business, after 10 years of trying, listen, y'all, your season is going to change. Okay. I'm not suggesting you do anything for 10 years without seeing some type of increase and all of that. I've seen the fluctuations in my business. It's just what I'm reaching for. I have not gotten there yet. I'm building blocks. And yes, it's taking 10 fucking years. It's taken a long time because there are so many layers and things to conquer in this. Okay. You can't produce more than most of the people you know without producing more than most of the people that you know. Okay. So then when you stand up, you have all the things. Okay. When God says, look, when you're in that winning position, you got to be ready to win all the way, not halfway. We don't half-ass shit over here, y'all. Even when we're in a season where we got to hold on. You don't halfway bless yourself. Okay. Or help yourself. All right. So trying and failing repeatedly, listen, you are growing. You're not failing. I really want to throw that word failing or failure. I kind of want to throw it out the window, but here I wrote, you're growing. You're not failing, and God is adding layers to you. Okay? God is adding layers to you. It's only a season. Hold on. Let God add the layers, y'all, because I don't know if you've seen layered art. I love art, okay? But if you've seen layered art, it can be mind-blowing. It's dynamic if you appreciate it. If you appreciate the beauty of it. And the thing about layered art is that you have to do a layer, let it dry, then go back over it, then go back over that. You know, however it looks, however you're doing it. I can't paint, okay? But I appreciate layered art and the time that it takes and the dedication it takes, right? You are layered art. What you're going for is layered art, okay? So if you're going to keep failing, listen, fail forward. Learn from it. I don't think that not hitting your mark is considered a failure. I think that not hitting your mark was you went forward in it anyway, which most people don't. Most people stay on that block. Most people stay on that block and they don't get into a winning position. Well, you got into a winning position repeatedly. So keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. And then, like, I know that this world would have us believe that, you got to decide today, oh my gosh, I want a business. Oh my gosh, I want that job. Or I want this type of lifestyle, right? And you think that you're supposed to have it tomorrow. Please cut that ridiculous shit out. You're not supposed to have it tomorrow, okay? You don't have to have everything right now in order to start either. Start where you are. Like, y'all, with Stalk Your Destiny, let me come close to the camera too. With Stalk Your Destiny, we believe that everything you want to become, you already are. Everything you want to become, you already are. What does that mean? That means that you have everything in you. It may not have been pulled on. It may not have been pulled forward to your forefront of your mind, or even your heart, right? But those things that God needed you to become were planted in you already. Everything you want to become, you already are. So just begin. If you have a desire, just begin. Just start. Okay. Like y'all, I had started my company, and then life happened, and I had my 3 sons, and then I think at this point I was going through a divorce in my life. Okay. I was going through divorce, and I had to get a job right before that. Like when the marriage was, before we filed the divorce papers, I believe, I went and got a job. Okay. And in doing so, I was at my job making customized journals by hand. Okay. And I had to start where I was. I wasn't making planners and journals on the computer. I was a published author already. But I wasn't making, I think I only had one book out at the time that was published in 2011. Now we're talking about the end of 2016. Okay. I had one book out in 5 years. One book out in 5 years. And I was at this job, and it was like a part-time job or something. And I'm sitting there customizing journals by hand. I'm sitting there stalking my destiny at a job. Like, and I was doing good at the job too, but it wasn't my purpose, right? However, in starting there, I was able to sell those planners to my coworkers. I was able to customize planners for my coworkers because they saw what I was doing. And I literally was doing them by hand, so they had to wait. People paid and waited for me to customize journals by hand. By hand. And I mean to make the journals where they had an agenda in them, spaces to write in. I literally was doing what the computer does by hand. Start where you are. Nothing has to be fancy about what you're doing. Now you can go online and purchase my planners or journals. Now you can go to Amazon and purchase a journal about whatever you really are going through. You need a venting journal? A venting journal? Yes, there's one for men and one for women. Okay. On Amazon.com under Tara M. Williams. Okay. So what am I saying? I'm saying that, again, God is adding layers. And how can God add layers if today you're nothing and tomorrow you're something? Like that Cinderella story, okay, that's beautiful. That's wonderful, right? But in reality, that story happens over time for us. In reality, you go from being broken or forgotten about, to focusing on yourself and producing, for yourself, or being in a position where opportunities can come to you. Okay. And over that time, then you push out. You push out things. You open the doors. You say yes to opportunities. Okay. So listen, if you're in a season that's just not great, do the things that you need to do for you, but remember that you are worthy. Remember that you have something to offer. Like the world needs what you have to offer. Okay. And so start where you are. Figure that out. If I want to start where I am, where can I start today? Okay. Like, and this, don't get me wrong, y'all, too. This is not just for people who want to be entrepreneurs. If you want to get a job and you're like, but I don't have the proper clothing for that, or, I don't have the look that they're looking for, then be you. Be you with what you have. Be you with who you are. Okay? Sell your personality to get a job. Okay? Show up with personality. And even if you're not an extrovert, so what? If you have a beautiful spirit, let it shine. Let it shine bright. Okay? You don't have to be like everyone else to be your best self. You don't have to have the best of anything to show up and be the best you that you can be. Okay. And so, literally, you have to start where you are. That doesn't mean that you stay where you are. Your season will change. Okay. It says it's only a season. Hold on. And you just never know who God will place in position to bless you. Okay. And I've had so many blessings along the way, y'all. And it's crazy to me to think that I've had so many blessings and I'm still not even to the first. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not to the first step. I've done a lot in 10 years of my company. Um, but life has happened a lot as well. So sometimes we can get caught up in that too, y'all. If there's things you want to go after, but life keeps happening, remember that life is gonna happen. And some people say that life doesn't happen to you, life happens for you. So if you can be, I'm sorry, I'm a little stuffy too. If you all can hear that, I apologize. But life doesn't happen to you. Some say life happens for you. And so, yes, in the moment of things, you may be down, you may be frustrated, you may be all these different negative things. But if you can take a minute, take 10 minutes, and just look at your situation differently, just pivot your focus, right? Your vantage point. If you all haven't seen that movie, Vantage Point, it's an old movie. Go watch it. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm yawning. Let me get some water. Okay. If you have not seen the movie Vantage Point, go watch it and just consider the 8 different points of view that they show for one incident. 8 different points of view for one incident. And then rethink whatever it is you're facing in your life. Okay. And also, there's a book called Tuesday Morning Coaching. I don't know who this is for, but I love this book, Tuesday Morning Coaching. Okay. At one point in this book, this person is directed to write something down and go deep into 7 layers of why. Okay. To go deep into 7 layers of why. I would suggest from that, I'm not even suggesting you read the book, but I love the book. So if you can get your hands on a copy of it's called Tuesday Morning Coaching. If you can get your hands on that, read it, love it, let me know all the things. But with that, I would suggest that whatever it is you're up against or you're facing, write down 7 different ways it can work. Write down 7 different things you could possibly try and do. Because every time you try one and it doesn't work, it still might get you closer to where you're trying to go. Or it will tell you that, okay, that's not the way, go the other way. Okay. Another thing too, if you're stuck in this season of life and you don't want to be there, you don't like it, even if you're stuck in a winning season, y'all, listen, winning all the time sounds good, but can be boring as well. Winning all the time can drain you of your humanity because then people not checking on you. People don't care what you're going through in life besides you're winning. People don't care what you may feel as a human being. They may just want what you have. So be mindful whether you're winning or losing in life in this season right now. You do matter. What you feel matters. What you're going through matters as well. But another book that if you have not read this book or if you haven't read it lately, please read it. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson, I believe. Spencer Johnson, I think. So read that book because that book is about the choices we have to make, right? If we're in a season and I'm gonna have to read it again too myself, okay? Because if you're in a season where you just feel like I'm ready for a move, I'm ready for a win, I'm ready, I'm ready for more, or even if you're not, okay, if you're listening to this and you're not, you're like, I'm not ready though. I'm depressed, I'm hurt, I'm down, I'm devastated, right? I don't have joy. What is hope? And all of that. Maybe you lost your faith too, okay? Read this book, Who Moved My Cheese? And also, if you are really down, there's a book by the same author called Peaks and Valleys. Read that book also, Peaks and Valleys. Okay. All right, y'all. That brings us to the end of the show. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got something from it today. I hope that you can share it with somebody else and let them know we're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on BFAM1096.com. And I hope that you chime in next time too. You guys can comment or chime in as you wish. And you can comment below on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you can comment below. Let us know what you think about it and how you're feeling. Okay. Now, if you do love this show and you would love to sponsor an ad or be a sponsor for the show, you can send us your shirt or whatever, t-shirts. Those are always cool to show off for people. But you can send me an email at teatimewithtara@gmail.com. That's TEATIMEWITHTARAH@gmail.com. Tea Time with Tara. Let me know your offer for sponsorship or let me know your information so that I can send you our sponsorship packages and we can go from there. We would love to have you on the show. We would love to showcase what it is you have going on. Also, if you would love to join in with me on the business topic of the weeks, be sure to send me an email as well, and I can send you that information at teatimewithtara@gmail.com because we will be offering that space to some people, I believe twice a month. I think I'm going to start doing it twice a month where you can join in with me on the business topic of the week and share your opinion. Why? Because you have a voice and it needs to be heard. And so we would love to have you sponsor your company, your business, your service, your product, or whatever it is you have going on. If you have an event coming up or anything like that, we're live every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we would love to have you we would love to have you sponsor an ad for your product or whatever it is you have going on. Okay. That if you want to, let's see, I'm sorry, I'm skipping over stuff because I'm trying to freestyle this show today. If you love the show and you're like, I don't really want to be a sponsor, but I do want to support the show, thank you for that. You can support the show by sending your donations to Cash App at $stalk your destiny. You can send your donations via Venmo at Stalk Your Destiny, or you can go to paypal.me/stalk your destiny. So if you say, okay, I don't want to be a sponsor, but I do want to give to the show, I want to keep this going, I love what you're doing, listen, Cash App at Stalk Your Destiny, Venmo at Stalk Your Destiny, PayPal at Stalk Your Destiny. And thank you all for your time, for your ear. Thank you for showing up. Be sure to share this with somebody else. Now, again, to connect with me, you can connect with me on Instagram at Stalk Your Destiny Official. You can connect with me on TikTok. Remember, I told y'all about the 10-minute, 21-day challenge. You want to encourage yourself. Then you can connect with me at TikTok at Stalk Your Destiny. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Tara M. Williams on Facebook. Okay. Remember that if you want to join me as a business topic of the week speaker or guest, or if you want sponsorship information or to send me a sponsorship proposal, please email me at teatimewithtara@gmail.com. And again, if you want to give a donation, that's Stalk Your Destiny via Cash App, Venmo, or paypal.me. Okay, /Stalk Your Destiny. All right, you guys. Let me see, because I don't have my end of the show stuff. This has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I am your guest. I am messed up right now. This has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. Excuse me. I am your host, Tara M. Williams, the voice of faith, hope, love, and leadership. Here we discuss business and Bible basics. We believe you have a voice and it needs to be heard. We're very informal and candid, which is why I can mess up and keep going on this show because I'm going to be me every time. Please be sure to head over to my YouTube channel at Stalk Your Destiny. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get alerts every time I go live or upload a new video. You can check out old episodes of my show, The Tea Time with Tara show, where I interview guests and ask them what they need along their way to stalking their destiny. Excuse me. So also, thank you for tuning in today. Share it with somebody. Let somebody know they can come back next Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am Tara M. Williams. Again, this has been Tea Time with Tara, live and on air. I'll be back with you guys next Monday. Until then, have a great week. Bye.
I'm steady chasing, I'm staying focused on what I'm gonna be. I'm making that down, but I won't lose ground. 'Cause I'm still stuck in my destiny. I'm still stuck in my destiny.
Every time it's on everything, the life you choosing, I'm cheddering. No matter the form of the weaponry, gotta keep stalking my destiny. Time's getting worse, I'm bettering. My sin is secure, ain't no tethering. I ain't gonna stop till I rest in peace and they put some hold on my great lettering. Every time, I ain't lay back unless I'm in my 300. Circle is little, cause I keep it 100. Minus my issues, I'm so hard when I'm on it. 100% ain't enough, I get 200. Every time, know what I'ma run from. I'm that one opponent, you don't want none from. Manual vet where my strength get pumped from. So let's go ride to the child of God. Standing toe to toe, no hiding out. The Lord is with me, you can't fight the rock. I got the sauce, you want my to hide. The destiny mine, I'ma stalk it out. The strength is having, you just bought it out. Your giant carcass, I'ma walk it out. You gon' be wishing that you wouldn't have called me out. Cause every time be on that throw down, let's get us a showdown. Come and get some, I got another go around. Big as it is, so hard they go down. Since destiny something we can't change, but quitting will stop you from great gains. And faith will make capable great things. I done decided to break pain. Lives around and call me on my A game, so it's me like the A train. The thing that I'm stalking on, I gotta maintain. I'm by myself, I don't gang bang. When you wanna get in my crown, then I'm down every time, not just now and then. Yeah, I heard you got your thousands, but me, yo, I got my 10,000s. God gave me dreams doing that, I would chest it.